talk to you a little bit today about 5 very common mistakes on LinkedIn that can completely undermine your professional credibility, and I don't want that to be happening to you. So I'm gonna lay it out there for you. Now, yesterday I had a meeting with a CEO who runs a company that turns over about $70 million a year, and I was talking to her a little bit about what she's come and she's had photos done with us, and she wanted to, and I wanted to pick her brain about how the images have been useful, how she utilizes them, so I can make sure I can teach the best way to leverage them. And one of the things she said that just stuck in my head, and I went, oh my God, really? I had no idea. It was that if somebody calls her on the phone and she can't immediately make a connection with who that person is, she will log on to LinkedIn to try to get a visual picture of who it is. So she says that, or not even log in, she says that her computer is constantly logged into LinkedIn, and she says that she knows she is one of many executives that does that. And so I sat there thinking, oh my God, I mean, if I look through a lot of the LinkedIn profile pictures, holy cow, there is just some not so nice ones in there. And there's about 5 mistakes that people make with these images that I want to talk to you about so that you can avoid. So the first one is misrepresenting your age. If your photo is from more than 2 years ago, you may want to think about getting a new shot done. The last thing you want is to rock up to an appointment and them not be able to recognize you from your photo, especially if that's who they're looking for, and to think that their mom showed up to the appointment instead of the person that was pictured. It leaves a kind of a distrusting taste in the mouth of the person who sees that. So it's really important that you actually do represent yourself absolutely appropriately. So the second thing I want to talk to you about is quality. Quality, quality, quality. Your imagery is your bricks and mortar. It's what's out there representing you in the online world. And if you have shoddy quality imagery, that reflects absolutely no differently than if you showed up to a business meeting wearing dirty sneakers and track pants. Like, it just is tacky and not something that you want to do. It does not represent your attention to detail, your professionalism. You don't have to look like a stiff in your photos. You don't have to look like a cookie cutter of somebody, of the professional corporate headshot. You need to look like you in your shots, but you want to make sure they're high quality and that they reflect your personality. So please just invest. You invest in new suits each year. You invest in new clothing, your wardrobe. You invest in your education. Invest in your imagery. It is huge for your professional credibility. Please understand this. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is a little bit about posing. So when you're posing for an image, if you're kind of slouched, or if you're just not looking super confident, or if it was taken, or if you're looking too confident, like the photo was taken, when you thought you looked really pretty, and this is another thing that executive described to me. She's like, I can't tell you how many photos I've gotten where somebody has cut their face out of an image where they thought they looked really pretty, and it was just so obvious that it was just this shy away from duck face. So you want to make sure that you've got somebody with you that can help look from the other side and reflect back to you how you're looking in your images. This is key. I'm a photographer. When I'm trying to pose, even though I teach this every day, and from looking at somebody, I can talk them through how to move. But my gosh, when I'm on the other side of the camera trying to move and pose, I feel awkward and I just don't really know what to do. I feel a little stiff initially. So you want somebody that can really work with you, relax you, and get you to look engaged and entertained and looking your best while you're doing it. So the fourth thing that I wanted to talk to you about is camera angle. If the camera angle is too low, you end up getting your double chins featured, and you look really authoritarian. If the camera angle is really high, you end up looking diminished, like childlike. And if you're trying to get an authoritative position, or a position that commands any sort of authority, you don't want to have it too high up here. And you're often told, take the photo from up above so that you don't have the double chin and you look better. For a duck face shot of yourself that you have with your friends, yeah, fine. But for one that's a corporate shot, don't do that. You want to have it shot basically eye level so that you're communicating with the viewer. And then the final thing, the fifth thing that often I see in these LinkedIn profiles is having family or pets or anybody else included in the photo. That to me, and not just to me, it puts out the image, especially if you're mom returning to the workforce. Yes, your children are very important and they always will be. Save it for your about page. Save it for your Facebook page. Don't put it on your LinkedIn profile because you want to seem that you're ready to get back to work. That's going to be your focus, because remember, whoever's hiring you, it's what's in it for them, really. And as sad as that is, and how much we'd like to have everything beautifully integrated, that's not currently the world we live in, but go for it in working to change that. But for right now, make sure that your image is about you, because you're selling yourself. You're not selling yourself and your family, or yourself and your dog. If they want to know more about you, eventually they will get to that. Or if you have a personal web page that you can refer them to, then on your about page, those are totally appropriate. They're just not appropriate for your LinkedIn profile. Right, so I think those are my 5 tips for today, and I hope that helped you. And there are 3 more videos in this series, so I hope that I'm going to be able to just really help straighten out your online imagery and help rock you out in the world. All right, take care. Bye.